Yo, what's good, fam? What's good, everybody? What's popping? You got Rashad, you got Dave, and we got a special guest in the building. I got a couple of questions. I got one main question for my man Big Low. What in the world, Bo? What in the world? What's going on, brother? You on mute.
You're on mute.
What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, fam? You doing good?
What's good, bro?
Yeah.
What's popping? What's popping with you, bro? What's good with you?
Ah, man, shoot, bro. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. If I had some grease, I slide your piece, bro. You already know.
Yo, I love them shits, yo. I love the Big Low sayings, yo. It's funny. But hey, first and foremost, I must say congratulations on 2,000 subscribers. Big time accomplishment. You got to get to 2K before you get to 5K, before you get to 10K, and it snowballs, bro. So keep going at it. You're doing good over there, and congratulations, brother.
But thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much that means hearing that from someone like you, who I definitely look up to, and you and Dave and this whole YouTube game, man. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Big Low,
not a problem, man.
Yeah. So real quick, man, we got to address the Georgia hat. We got to address that. How you feeling about go Dogs? What happened, bro?
Hey, Bo.
What in the world, Bo? That's what when I was watching, I'm like, what in the world, Bo?
Hey, that's what I was saying all day on Saturday, Bo. I was steady pouring to say what in the world, Bo. I was going down, Bo. So basically, I think Georgia they just weren't ready. Bryce Young, in 2 words, Bryce Young, he burnt our draws off. At the end of the day, it was it was tough. We had came across any kind of competition like that. Let's just be honest.
What did I tell you, Rashad?
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. But you was dominating what was in front of you, though. That's important too.
The SEC East and the SEC West, two different animals,
things.
Man.
Two different things.
Don't let Dave get up here and convince you that he watches college football.
No, I know I don't, but I know
this. He does not watch college football.
I know this. I don't have to watch college football to know that one side has Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and South Carolina, and the other one has Ole Miss, LSU, and Texas A&M.
Dave, even
one side is not like the other.
Dave, even a clock is right twice a day, fam. You got lucky.
Nah, I know. When I heard Kentucky had 9 wins, that's all I need to know.
Hey. Kentucky is solid though, bro. That's a decent team.
But if you put Kentucky up against Texas A&M, that's like a poodle in a Doberman picture, bro. It's like you can't. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah. But all right, let's see. Man, let's talk about the Falcons and the Panthers. We got the I-85 rivalry, or not so much rivalry, according to Big Low. On y'all side, it ain't much of a rivalry, but that's all right. We'll take it. We'll take that. But since the last time we played, the Panthers won the last matchup 19-13. And since that last matchup, the Falcons have gone 2-3, I believe. Yeah. So you beat the Saints, lost to the Cowboys, lost to the Patriots, beat the Jaguars, and lost to the Bucks. I mean, so you beat the teams you were supposed to beat in all essence, and then lost to some really good teams. Talk to me about it, Big Low. How you feeling about that?
I'm kind of feeling like y'all were feeling a couple years ago. I feel like I'm starting to feel like our coach isn't the guy everybody was touting him to be. I'm legitimately feeling like that. I think that there are some things that are just common sense. Like I know y'all were. I don't know if y'all were trying to get ahead on the competition this week. Last week during the games or what, but there was a pivotal point in the game where we could have went ahead 14-13. We were at the half-yard line and we ran 3 straight pass plays. Like, come on, bro.
Mm.
Like, what in the world? Either it's one of those situations where you don't trust your offensive line, or you're trying to prove that you're the smartest man in the room.
Yeah.
And we've had things like this happen over and over and over again. So everybody's talking about the genius of Arthur Smith. I'm still looking for it in the daytime with a flashlight.
Well, dog, at least you got an NFL caliber coach. We can't say the same. We got this college dude that still never ceases to amaze me. Even doubling down on just bad moves, just bad personnel decisions, continues to double down. And since then,
I'm stretching out my
yeah,
arms to see
arm
how
arm
long
length,
they
right?
are.
Yeah, because arm length matters, right? Arm length measure. It's all about measurements. The fuck the tape. It's all the measurement. But it is what it is. So this we digress. But since the Falcons game, we have gone 1-3. We beat the Cardinals. We lost to the Patriots. Lost to the Washington football team and lost to the Dolphins. We got blew out by the Dolphins. I mean, they mopped us. The Patriots mopped us. The football team kind of kept it a little close,
Yeah,
and we mopped the Cardinals. But this is a really inconsistent team. You never know what you're going to get from the Carolina Panthers. It's like a box of chocolates. Can I get a little saying in? It's like watching the Carolina Panthers is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and it's really frustrating at times. Because we brought back Cam. Because last time we played you guys, we didn't have Cam Newton,
true.
and it's kind of like, you don't want to waste these last 5 games with Cam Newton, but that appears like what we're doing. So I don't know. But Dave, what's your thoughts on the last 4 games for the Carolina Panthers?
Oh, we won a game that nobody expect us to win. We lost one game that we were expected to lose. That's the Patriots game, and then we lost 2 other games that we had no business losing. That's the Dolphins and Washington. Like we're getting out coached constantly. We're getting out coached by Bill Belichick disciples. We're getting out coached by former Panthers coaches. We're just getting out coached across the board. We had no level adjustments when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. The defense has been starting to play a little bit sluggish, but I have confidence that they could bounce back. It's going to be interesting to see how this offense is going to look now that we no longer have our OC, because we fired him during our bye week while everybody else was playing football. We announced that we fired our guy.
Okay, so pause right there, Dave. From an outsider perspective, Big Low, what do you think about that?
So like what do I think happened? Or
Like just in general, like what are your thoughts about the Panthers firing Joe Brady?
I think there was definitely, whenever I heard it, I was like, something's going on behind the scenes that everyone doesn't know about. I thought the first thing that came to my mind is right before college football playoffs, he gets fired when this whole coaching carousel is going on. I thought he was looking at other jobs. Like, that's the first thing that crossed my mind. But I'm hearing all kinds of rumors about Joe Brady not getting along with Rule and things like that, and that coach's pride starting to come into play. This coach thinks he's smarter than that coach. So I mean, first thing I thought was he was trying to get out of Dodge. That was the first thing that crossed my mind. But I wanted to ask y'all what happened, or if y'all heard anything.
Yeah, I mean, we heard things all year, because it was essentially said. I mean, Matt Rule said it every press conference, right? I want to run the football 30 times a game, and then we come out, run it, 15, 20, and throw it 40 times. And part of it has to do with us playing from behind, but another part of it is just maybe it's just a philosophy change. You want a power run game. First of all, we don't have the dogs up front to run the power run game. We don't have a running back to run the power running game. And we hired an offensive coordinator, a passing game coordinator from college. So it just doesn't make sense. You don't have, and this is speaking to Matt Rule, right? This is just another one of those, because people always question why we don't, necessarily like Matt Rule and why we think he is not a good fit here in Carolina. And part of it is because look at what he's done. Look at the decisions he's made. Like, look at just the breadcrumbs are there. You want a power run game, but you hire a pass game coordinator. Doesn't make sense. You don't have the offensive line to run a power run scheme, and then on top of that, you completely play guys out of position, especially on the offensive line. You won't play the dogs you got. We see here, Big Low. We got Deontay Brown, Alabama, Roll Tide,
bro,
right? Oh,
bro.
ain't played like he's barely played, bro.
What's up with
He
that?
he did go on IR for a little bit. He was hurt. But prior to that, my man's wasn't even active, fam. He wasn't even
That's
active. Like
Listen,
that's
man.
crazy.
it's just messed up, bro. So a lot of people ask us why we don't like Matt Rule or why we think he needs to go. That's the reasons why, bro. Like it's just the writing is on the just the
He's
just
a
bad moves, bro.
college coach bringing in college coordinators inspecting NFL wins. That's the
Man.
problem. Like that.
So
That's what it ultimately boils down to. I think people thought we felt a certain type of way about Rule, and I think he's probably a cool dude. I think he's probably a cool person, but I just think that he might be over his head here, and there's nothing wrong with that. But and based on the contract, there should be some level of commitment with Tepper, but I'm not sure if he's going to have that commitment anymore.
no, I think it's done. It's he probably has a team already searching. But it's kind of like what Rashard said earlier. It's like you follow the breadcrumbs, the writings on the wall, like an old Destiny's Child album. I mean, it's one.
Oh man, I just had a whole
Oh,
I just had a
man. Yo, that's
whole
funny.
argument. I just had a whole argument about
Oh,
Beyonce
man.
versus Mariah Carey in the verses. And somebody trying to
Oh.
convince me that Mariah Carey doesn't have a chance, which is the most insane
What?
thing I've heard all
What?
year. It is the craziest thing that I've heard all year. Folks in this hive is too damn emotional. And I might have hivers watching here, but let me be clear. Mariah has 19 number one hits. She has a
Hey,
versus worth of hits.
as long as her mic isn't live.
It don't have to be. Smart girl. Look, man. She's a little older now. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different now. There was a time when she could actually perform live.
Hey
We're
man.
past that era. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean, I think I might have to roll with you on that day because I just don't see nothing
There's
comparing to Vision of Love or I mean, I just
I'm a music head, and let me tell you something. There's only one act that has more number one hits than Mariah Carey. Do you know who that is?
Mike Jack,
The Beatles. That
the
is all.
Beatles.
That is the list.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is the list. It's the Beatles, Mariah, Steve is over there, Mike's over there. The Supremes is on the list. Like
Man,
they're Beyonce's not on the list is where I'm getting at. Rihanna's on the list, but Beyonce's not on the list.
that's crazy. That's crazy. But
Uh,
yeah, Rashad. But I see what you're saying though, as far as Matt Rule, the writing's on the wall. I mean, if you just go back to the decisions that he's made in the past, and he tries to run the team because I kind of got to side with him as far as that whole running philosophy because a lot of times running the ball in your offensive line, a lot of times that builds confidence in that offensive line because I mean think about it like this right here. It's like y'all ran for 200 and something yards on us. I mean, granted it is the Atlanta Falcons, but we're still an NFL team. And I'm pretty sure you didn't expect that to happen before the game.
I didn't.
I told you it was going to happen before the game. You didn't expect that to happen before the game,
I did.
but if that confidence builds, you keep running the ball. You start to believe that you can move that man in front of you a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah, we run the ball to protect the quarterback and protect the offensive line from themselves. But and again, in theory, it sounds nice. But in theory, sometimes when the dogs that are in front of you are better than you, that's when the exposure happens, right? It happened against Miami. Like we couldn't get anything going. They got some dogs over there, bro. And
Yeah, they do.
and we might be able to do it on Atlanta again. I don't know, but when it becomes a little bit more difficult, I don't know, bro. I don't know. So talk to me about it. What has changed since the last game? This is the last time we played. What has changed?
Well, one thing that I can say because y'all know I'm completely transparent whenever I break down my team. One thing I can say is that the offense does look better than it did before. So I know when we played y'all last time, if I'm not mistaken, we didn't score a touchdown. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you
But
scored a touchdown in the second quarter.
okay.
It
We
was
did score one.
Patterson, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay. Well,
Patterson. I
I mean,
think.
that to be honest with you, in my mind, that doesn't count. If you have to keep using
Yeah.
someone over and over again, like I want to see my offense
Bro,
be
Bill Belichick has
creative.
a word with you. Bill Belichick
Yeah.
wants a word with you,
For what?
sir.
29 consecutive
Bill
run
Bill
plays.
Bill Belichick said, "I'm only passing 3 times, and I'm gonna force you to stop this shit. And you can't stop it, so I will continue to run this down your esophagus."
I love it. I
Pause.
love it.
But
I
pause. Yeah.
mean, I mean, he literally pulled out a funnel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He literally pulled out a funnel and go ahead and say pause, Rashad, and made him swallow. Yeah,
Pause, man.
It's a
Yeah. Pause.
major ball. Yo, and
uh,
true story. Mac Jones still had the highest quarterback rating of all the rookies that week with 3
and
passes.
and that's
that's
crazy,
why
right?
quarterback rating stats shouldn't matter.
That quarterback win stat is the biggest BS stat ever, yo, and it always has been. That man, 2 for 3 for 13 yards was good enough to be higher than all the other quarterbacks that had to sling it.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And the thing is that everybody's getting naked for Trevor Lance. People getting naked for um Zach Wilson and the Trey Lance. I was like, man, Big Mac down there in New England. I'm telling you, I wanted to draft him. That's the kid I wanted. I wanted to trade back
Yeah.
up for him.
I mean, I say this all the time, bro. I just think Mac Jones got to the right place. Like I stand by this. I think Mac Jones is a solid dude. But I just think he got to the perfect scenario, the perfect place that can take advantage of his skill set, bro. Yo, he didn't have to throw the ball but 3 times, and he's got wins. Come on, he's got the perfect system around him. He's got a good defense that
That
allows
defense
him
is
to make
legit.
that allows him to
Oh
make
yeah.
mistakes. So I think it's just a perfect place for him, and I think it looks good for him. So it is what it is, man. But again, I don't think he would be as successful anywhere else other than New England.
I can see that. I can see that.
Nah, if you got on a team with a pretty damn good defense, he would have been fine. The Patriots
Think
defense
so?
is legit.
Well, we
Oh
got a solid
yeah.
defense, and we can't do shit, Dave. So what are you saying? He wouldn't have
Well, I
did.
mean,
He would have did that here.
I think it would have been a coaching issue here, right? It would have
That's
been a
my
coaching
point.
issue.
That's
here.
my entire
But the
point.
thing
That's
is,
what I just said.
but the thing is, the Bill did a really good job to get the defense back. They got the players back from COVID. They picked up some players. They got them some tight ends. They picked up some weapons. Bill is the GOAT. Like, Rule ain't out here adding the offensive linemen to fix their offensive line problems. They ran with 6 or 7 offensive linemen up front. They told Buffalo they were running the entire night, and they still couldn't stop it. They still couldn't stop it.
I mean, it's like y'all bring that up, and I hate to go like in left field because y'all know my mind's always all over the place. But like you bring that up because I think Bill's the GOAT as well. So
Facts.
I mean, I got the age old question for y'all: is it one of those cases where was it Bill or was it Tom? Because everybody says that Tom went to the Buccaneers to win this championship, but think about it, he went to the Buccaneers still smelling like Bill Belichick. You you see what I'm saying? So I mean, the same way that Mac Jones wouldn't have been Mac Jones this year without Bill Belichick, do y'all feel like it was Bill or Tom in New England that won them all those championships?
If Bill ends up if the Patriots end up as the number 1 seed, and I'm going to say this with conviction here, greatest coaching job he's ever done in his career, by far. Even if you don't win the chip, considering the circumstances, even if you consider what he did last year with Cam, going 7-9 with that team, and literally 3 plays from being 9-7 with that roster, who had the most players who opted out of COVID. I think folks need to. Bill's good, man. Bill's won 11 wins without the guy when he tore his ACL. So Bill knows how to coach.
Yeah.
Tom went to Tampa because he knew how good that defense was in Tampa. So it'll be interesting, man. It'll be crazy if it's a Pats Bucks Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say. That'll be insane.
That
would be insane.
Then you get your answer, Big Low.
Yeah, you get your answer then.
That's true.
I don't think the Bucks is going to get there, but
Yeah, I hope not. I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
And the options are limited. I will say that because I got the Rams being one and done. So I mean, I'm standing by my guns there.
All right,
So I
all
think
right, Big Low. So talk to me about. Let's get back to this game. Talk to me about your defense though. What's changed defensively for the Falcons?
So defensively, our secondary has gotten even younger. So Isaiah Oliver, I believe that might have been the week he got hurt, or yeah, that was the week that he got hurt. So he's done for the season. That was our second best defensive back. He was playing in the slot. So we got a very very young defensive backfield. We got Harmon, and Eric Harris, who he runs on CP time. He's always getting there late. Um, Harmon, he does. Harmon
Oh man,
walks around with with butter on his fingers. He's always he could have had 8 interceptions this year, but he's always dropping interceptions. The only legit player that we have in our secondary is AJ Terrell. Um, as far as a front seven, Deion Jones hasn't been playing like Deion Jones here lately. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about, they might try to look for a trade for him. Our front four is terrible. I would say we have one of the worst front fours in the NFL right now.
man.
That's with Grady Jarrett on the team.
wow.
Jeez. It's
Yeah.
still, and it hasn't. The play hasn't improved. Still,
I mean, I know when we played the Bucks, we played them pretty good. I mean,
was
they
gonna
still
say
put
because
up
y'all
30.
held them. Yeah, but
Yeah.
y'all didn't give up much running. I mean, y'all only gave up 57 rushing yards.
Yeah,
Was that
but
just because they took advantage in the air?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they were
Okay.
too busy. I mean, because they dinked and dunked the whole game. If you look, I know they had 57 rushing yards, but if you look to see how many passes Tom Brady had,
51.
because I mean, 50 exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a
so it's
lot.
like why? Yeah, exactly. I mean, why run it if you know you're going to get, because we were running soft cover 3 all day long. So Tom Brady, he just literally check down, in the flat, check down, all the way up and down the field. So you could do that when you know that the defense isn't going to get to you, and you know that it's not. It's as a defensive line coach myself, I tell my guys, if you can't get to them, at least put your hands up. Try to act like you're trying to stop the ball. We
Yeah.
didn't even do that. So as far as on defense, hopefully. I'm hoping that y'all don't have a big running game against us this week because we didn't have that much practice last week.
Fam, let me tell you this. I can promise you, we running the football 30
A
times
lot.
against the Falcons. I promise. Now that Matt Rule has a guy that he has a relationship with, like him and Jeff Nixon, our interim offensive coordinator, go way back to college and to high school. So now that he has a guy that he can, I guess this is like, for lack of a better term, manipulate. I feel like we definitely gonna run the ball 30 times on y'all. And I think we're gonna just try to run it back. And again, this team and this coaching staff does no adjustments. So I can promise you they're gonna try to cut, copy, paste, run back the same they did last time and see if it works. And they won't adjust at halftime if it doesn't. So if you can stop the run, I can guarantee that we will lose this game. If we don't get what we run 203, if we don't get at least, this is my bold prediction. I haven't done one of these bold predictions in a long time, Dave. But if we don't get at least $150 on the ground, we will lose this game.
Wow,
that's my bold prediction.
Yeah, that's true.
So
because if we got to throw the ball, and this isn't a not well, Cam's probably learned more in the playbook since then because it's at this point we're talking week 5, right? It's been almost about a month since he got signed up with us. So like it'll, I think he'll be able to do better. But if he's forced to throw the ball more than 20 times, we're gonna find out real fast whether or not he still got it. So from a throwing perspective,
man, Cam is fine. Cam is fine from a throwing perspective, bro. You saw that throw he had against Washington. I think he just needs time. I think it's time. and
Well,
his play
and
calling.
Miami, he had a pretty good damn throw against that one big play we had.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he
he
did.
underthrew it just a little bit, but yeah, we
Yeah.
nitpicking at that point. He did have he can throw the football. The arm is not a problem for me. I have zero concerns about Cam's arm. My concern is about what's up front. Is he going to have time to
Mm.
throw the football? Is he going to have time to get through his reads? Because if he doesn't, then it's going to be a long night or a long day. And that's just the way it's been all. It's I mean it's easy basics of football. That's what you're going to see in this game. If the basics don't operate, then we catching the fade.
Well, I mean, I honestly think it's going to be a tough game for us. I think the biggest asset for us on our defense this week is going to be our linebackers. And the
Mm.
reason I say that is because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think our defensive coordinator Dean Pease has ever beat Cam Newton. If I'm not mistaken, I know that Bill Belichick's never beaten him, right?
No.
Yeah, Tom
Yeah.
Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady. He's undefeated against Tom Brady. So I
Okay.
don't.
So
So yeah,
Yeah, Bill
yeah,
Belichick.
yeah.
He's not feeding against Bill Belichick too.
yeah,
So
Okay.
correct.
So yeah, I know Dean Pease. I know he coached. He was the defense coordinator in New England for a long time, and in Tennessee and Baltimore. I don't think he's ever beat Cam. And it showed whenever we played against the Philadelphia Eagles, the first game of the season, against
Mm,
running quarterbacks, mobile quarterbacks, we
don't
really
do well.
struggle.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't know that.
we really struggle. If you get
Yeah,
a
because
chance,
Sam, you're right. Because Sam had eight carries last game and 66 yards on y'all last game. So you're right.
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Sam,
Interesting.
So it's one of those cases where it's like our linebackers are going to have to be home. Everybody's going to have to make sure they play the gaps the right way. And if you are rushing, make sure that you know all the lanes are filled because if Cam gets out in that open field, like y'all got to remember, like he's still Cam. Like he
He
don't
is.
the hair's a little bit longer, but he's still Cam. you know.
He
mm-hmm.
is. It's a fact. He proved that against Arizona. Ask him about Cam because he destroyed them. Uh, hey,
I
real
gotta.
quick, let me. Oh, go ahead,
I,
Dave.
I wanna bring something up because we're talking about Panthers Falcons, but there's another level of things that happened during that first Panthers Falcons game. During the game, man, Calvin Ridley announced that he was stepping away from football due to mental health. So I want to
Yeah.
talk about that, and I want to see what the vibe is with regards to the franchise. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be clear. I think Calvin Ridley should take his time, do what he needs to do to get the help that he needs, get his mind clear because mental health is important. It doesn't matter how much money you got, or whatever's going on. If your mind ain't right, it does not matter in that
Big
grand scheme of
facts.
things.
Big
So
facts.
Touche.
I'm very intrigued, like how the fan base is taking it. Like I'm wondering if you've heard what the organization's going to do. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Did you guys exercise his 5th year option? Because I know he got drafted the same year as DJ Moore.
Yeah. So before the season, we actually exercised his 5th year option. So and we definitely agree with you, Dave. It's one of those cases where it's like you don't matter what job you have, if you're playing football or basketball or what, like that mental health is important. So it's like, the way that we feel about it, we don't know everything that's going on. Everybody was upset because apparently he was at the SEC championship game looking like life was great, but yeah, he was. Yeah, that was my wife. She's like, he
I
was.
heard her. I heard her.
Yeah, I heard it.
But when it comes to mental health, like you everything could look fine, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's just one of those situations where we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see exactly what's going on. We're hearing all kinds of rumors. Some people say he just don't want to play here anymore. Some people saying that he's going through family issues. So it's like at the end of the day, everything will come to light. But I just want the
But
young man to be mentally healthy. You
I
know
completely agree with you, but I want to be clear on something else too. If that man wanted to go to the SEC championship game, he can go to the SEC championship game. Like he could do whatever the hell he wants.
exactly,
Like
exactly,
it's different than trying to play a game. You know what I'm saying? That man is
exactly.
trying to figure it out. Let him figure it out. But you got the fan base and people shouldn't be criticizing him for actually going out in public.
Exactly,
Like
because that
that
may
doesn't
be what
help.
he
By the
needed,
way,
Dave.
guys, newsflash, that doesn't help if you want him to come back anyway.
Exactly,
Like you got to let that
exactly.
man figure it out. Let
Because
him get the help that he needs. You don't know what he's going through. If he's got a therapist, he might be trying. The therapist probably told him, "Hey, man, this is what you probably need to consider doing." So
exactly,
let him
and that's
figure
what
it
I was
out.
going to say. Yeah, that may be what he needed. He might have needed to get out and watch his college team and just be around people a little bit. I mean that might have been something that he legitimately needed.
Yep.
Hey, can I real quick? I gotta address these comments in the chat, bro, because y'all calling Cam Newton trash, which is funny, because if I recall it, y'all let Sam Darnold beat y'all last time. I mean, see, you calling Cam trash, and
What's
y'all let
Sam?
little old Sam, and Sam is far trashier.
Trashier.
Like it ain't even close. Like y'all let Sam Darnold beat y'all last time, so y'all sitting up here calling Cam trash. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. I come on, y'all. Come on. Let's be real here. Cam still got it, bro. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Like I said, you know,
we ain't even talked about Matty Ice like that, man. Matty Melt. Like
Matty,
what is
Matty Ice. Man, you know that's the man, Bo. You already know.
No, I feel
okay.
Best quarterback, Atlanta Falcons history. You already know what time it is. You know.
He probably is. And you know how pathetic that is if he is.
So no Vic?
Yeah, like what about Vic?
No Vic?
I mean, think about it, bro. When Michael Vick was here, Michael Vick was smuggling drugs, fighting dogs, not studying the playbook.
Come on, Vic.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. That's
an
Matt Ryan
word
does,
right there.
You know, all Matt Ryan does is go to practice, go to the game, shoot Banana Republic commercials. That's all he does.
Blow 28-3 leads.
I mean, look, man. Look, I understand what you're saying. At least he was there. Michael Vick, he probably wouldn't even been there. He never
went there. He almost went there, though. Like, he tried to get there, and he couldn't beat Green Bay by himself, man.
Yeah. That's
what it boils down to. Nah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, when you sit down, and it's funny because me and Rashad was talking about the quarterback history of the Panthers, and when we started looking through that list, man, that shit's ugly.
It ain't pretty, dog. It's not pretty. It ain't pretty, bro. You got Cam. You got Jake. Cam at the top. You got Jake. You got Kerry Collins, Steve Berline. And after that,
what about Rodney? Rodney Pete.
Rodney's probably 5. Rodney's probably 5.
He probably down there, but Jake.
He probably 5.
Jake made him. Come on now. Don't.
No, but he's still 5. But that puts it in perspective that he's 5. Think about that, bro. Because now what we going to? David Carr.
Yeah, David Carr. I got the list right here.
Matt Moore.
Yeah, Matt Moore. Sam Darnold.
So y'all
these are quarterbacks who started more than 8 games for us.
Well, I'm just saying, because y'all didn't mention Jimmy. What about Jimmy?
Jimmy G didn't play.
He up there.
Did he play 8 games?
Yeah,
he played 8 games. He played the whole season.
He played the whole season. Yeah, he sucked.
Jesus. Yeah, that's how I try to forget things like this. Okay, Chris Winkie.
Hold up, my guy though. I'm a Florida State fan. Chris Winkie, my guy.
Well, nah, you know, Chris Winkie did the original Mac Jones. He was the original Mac Jones. He won a game only throwing 7 passes against y'all.
That's true. Yeah, sure did.
So
I remember that.
You know, he threw a touchdown pass at least, unlike Mac Jones, to Jeff King.
Hey man, it don't matter how you do it. It don't matter how you do it, bro.
That was his second win. He came in reserve of Jake. Because he only won 1 win. He only won 1 game as a starter in the 0-1 season. And then after that, he came in on relief for Jake. And he also has a 4th quarter comeback. Something that Sam Darnold nor Teddy Bridgewater achieved as a quarterback.
It's true.
Because he came in on reserve the game prior to that against Detroit and ran him down the field to score a touchdown to win the game.
Wow.
After Jake got hurt.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The legend of Chris Winkie, baby. Maybe I gotta rank him up a little higher.
You know, y'all talk about Cam and Matt though. It's like, you know, I got nothing but love for Cam. You know, he went to my wife's high school, Westlake. You already know. But I think I'll take Matt over Cam.
No.
Prime Cam versus Prime Matt.
I think I would.
Low.
I think I would, bro. I mean, but you know, I'm a pocket passing quarterback. You know, I'm a pocket passing quarterback. I don't like the running because you put yourself, your body, and the team at risk every time you run that thing.
Nah,
Cam's probably gonna
roll with that.
Cam's probably gonna retire with the top 25 all-time rushing touchdowns in NFL history. Like he's ahead of some Hall of Fame running backs already, bro.
I mean, I understand that. Now, where is he going to retire as quarterback? His position
in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he should go to the Hall. I know they're gonna probably hold him up.
He's going all day. He's going.
I really think that there's gonna be voters that's gonna give him some hell to try to get there, dude. Because remember, the same folks that give him all this grief are the same ones that got votes to this shit.
Man, he first ballot, bro. All day. First ballot. I mean, you think about it. It's like, so think about it. Think about it like this right here. Like Mike Vick, he came and he did what he did, right? You know, as far as like the mobile quarterback. There was still some limitations to Mike Vick's game. Like Mike Vick, he wasn't making the same throws that Cam was making. That's true. Then it's like Cam was basically Mike Vick with about 5 more inches and about 30, 40 more pounds. So he wouldn't just run past you, he'd run over you too. Like Cam was a whole nother kind of monster. Like you got to give him credit.
6 points is 6 points, dog.
That's it. Yep. That's it.
All day long.
But yeah, I think I'll take Matt. So, you know, just as a quarterback, you know. I mean, and think about it. Like, look how much Cam got hurt.
Yeah, but see, that's the misconception, bro. Cam's injuries didn't come from him being quarterback. Like he didn't come. It didn't come from him running. It didn't come from him trucking people. Like he got his worst injury, the shoulder injury, came from him chasing down a dude and tackling him to prevent the touchdown. That's
because where Kelvin Benjamin, because Kelvin Benjamin quit on his route.
Yeah. So
I mean, that. But see, as a quarterback, you gotta know how to. Hey, you got it. Let him go.
Oh, make business decisions like Teddy did the other week.
Exactly.
Teddy had a chance to tackle that man. He was like, "Whoop."
They're like,
ain't that one.
Hey man, you got to preserve that sexy. You can't be out here just reckless.
Nah, man, that shoulder, man. Just imagine how many millions of dollars that shoulder made Cam Newton over the years.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all come with being a quarterback. That's why I talk about like Mike Vick. Like Mike Vick, in that regard, he wasn't a good quarterback. Good quarterbacks don't smuggle marijuana through the airport in a water bottle. Like that's not something a quarterback does. You know, good quarterbacks don't try to tackle people. You know, what other quarterbacks on the team? If there is another quarterback on the team that's as good as you might need to be worried. You know, that's and you got to make those business decisions at the court. Whenever Cam didn't fall on that ball in the Super Bowl, I was like, I'm fine with that. He's the quarterback. Like, I'm completely fine with that. I don't know exactly what his thought process was, but he didn't fall on it. He's the reason why they were there. So y'all wanted somebody to fall on him. He break his collarbone, and then y'all got to run with the backup. No, you're the quarterback.
Yeah, I really don't care about the whole Super Bowl jumping like that. I think that was highly overstated.
Well, the bottom line is there was other issues that happened throughout that game that didn't. That's why we lost that game, bro. It wasn't that.
Yeah, it's highly.
I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly. There were a lot more.
I can name a couple plays of what happened in that joint because Mike Remmers.
Yeah. So I guess so going back to the game, I got some concerns going into this game. Offensive line is shuffled. We got some dudes on the COVID list. We got some rookies that could be starting out of position. And so I have some concerns up front. Again, like Big Low said, the front four y'all got ain't the greatest, but I don't think they need to be the greatest to go up against this offensive line because I think it's weakness versus weakness at this point, and somebody got to prevail. And so at the end of the day, somebody got to do their job, and whoever does their job up front will likely get the W. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like offensively, I'm interested to see, again, are we going to get the run game going? Because you're right. Like if we can get the run game going, that confidence builds. But that's my biggest concern. And I think the only advantage we have as an offense is that our offense could look a lot different. We got a new offensive coordinator. It could be some wrinkles in there we haven't seen. They've been holding in the tuck. We don't know. I don't know. I highly doubt it's going to be that much different, but they could be just enough to where we could take advantage. I hope that the receivers get involved. We got Amir Abdullah. Amir Abdullah does a good job, but he can offer that CMC like production. He can catch the football out the backfield. He can cook people on a Texas route. So I do like Amir Abdullah, and I do like the run game with Chuba. So I'm confident that the pieces around Cam can do enough to get it done. But I have my worry is up front. So that's my biggest concern going into this game offensively. Any comments you want to add to that?
I mean, I think I agree with you on both sides. That offensive line is definitely going to be important. I mean, I know that y'all, I know that y'all have had, y'all been talking about the issues that y'all had with the offensive line,
Forever.
but after the first game that we played last week, me and Coach Ronald was in there. I mean, they looked like the 2016 Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, they were they were moving us around like it wasn't nobody's business. Now, on the other side, on our offensive line, and Dave, you let me know if you agree with this or not. Uh, just to show you the genius of our head coach, we were alternating our center.
Mm. That's terrible.
Why? But why?
The coach says that he's going with the whatever the feeling is, whichever center is bringing the best game. So we were altered that we had all kind of fumbled snaps and all kinds of stuff. Whatever center that they were bringing in that would be cold, he was getting blown up like he had a stick of dynamite in his pocket. I mean, it didn't make no sense, man. So I understand that your offensive line is going through some struggles. Ours definitely is too.
What the?
I think it's
Just playing guys out of position. Like Brady Christian should be playing tackle. Like it's just even if you decide to put him on the other side, he should be playing tackle. Why are you putting him at guard?
You shouldn't
You
put
need
him
a
on
left tackle.
He's been playing left tackle his whole career.
And you out here putting this man at guard because his arms is too damn short. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
That's why we didn't draft Slater, Rashad, by the way. You know that, right?
No, I know. Yeah, I know. We didn't draft Rashawn Slater because he has short arms. And they keep throwing these measurements around, pause, that nobody cares about. Like, yo, look at the film. Like, Brady Christensen has done a good job. He had a full game look almost at left tackle, and he did a decent job. Like, he
was the highest rated left tackle all season.
It's the highest rated left tackle we've had all season, bro, from PFF.
Higher than when Moden was over there, higher than Cam Irvin, higher than anybody we put over there. And we said, we're gonna go ahead and put him. We're gonna put him back on the bench. We'll throw him at guard. But nah, this left tackle thing, nah, we ain't doing that. What?
So what is y'all starting offensive line as of right now going into this game? Or do y'all know?
Yeah,
well, we got Irvin.
Yeah, so we think we got to activate Cam Irvin because Cam Irvin has to come off of IR. Well, they designated for him to return, but they haven't officially activated him yet. So we're going under the assumption that he's going to get activated. So he's going to be left tackle. Right guard, I do not know whether it's going to. Excuse me, left guard, I don't know who it's going to be. Probably Christensen, and then Matt Paradis is going to. Excuse me, not Matt Paradis. Pat Eflin is going to be our center. He's a backup because Matt Paradis got hurt. Then right guard should be I don't know if it's going to be Deontay Brown or not. Could be Dennis Daly. I'm not sure. And then we got obviously the man Taylor Moton, which we have no concerns about him. He's the best thing to happen to the offensive line. So we don't really know, but that's my best guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like offensive line to offensive line. We're pretty much in a neck and neck race because
I'm afraid because every single time I've heard this, that offensive line all of a sudden acts like they're like the damn Green Bay Packers or some shit.
Yeah, and
they just push us around.
It brings up a great point, Dave, because our defense, as much as we hype it up and as good as they've been at times, they've been struggling lately. They've been struggling, dog. They've been struggling. So defense wise, like I need to see our secondary get on track. It looks like Stephon Gilmore going to get a full game look. So that's great. We do got some other injuries defensively, but I feel like our defense need to get on track, bro. We've been getting carved up lately. And we need to get on track.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Our defense, to be honest with you, I think we're projecting upward a little bit. I think our defense is going to be a little bit better than they were from the first game that we played each other. So that's definitely a good thing. I mean, it doesn't look like that after Tampa put up 30 on us, but I think our defense looks better than I think it looks better than it did, the first time that we played against each other.
All right, so y'all want to go ahead and predict this thing? Dave, you want to kick us off?
I've been very terrible at these predictions. I just want
so have I, bro. So have I, man.
Yo, man, I have not been able to. Like when I pick the Panthers to lose, we win. When I pick the Panthers to win, we lose.
So you going with some reverse psychology, Dave?
No, I can't. I picked the Panthers. Look, I picked us to lose. Did I pick to lose you guys lose us last time?
You picked us to lose one of these games.
Yeah, I did. So because this was in Atlanta, right? So I picked us to lose in Atlanta. I do remember. I picked us to lose. So now we're in Charlotte and we're terrible at home.
We're awful at home, by the way. We
only got one home win. We only won one game at home.
Y'all doing better than us.
Oh, y'all.
How many games y'all won at home?
None.
Y'all blanking. The season ticket owners ain't seen a dub.
Hey, we won as many games in the NFL as I played in the NFL.
Damn.
We shooting bad, but we down bad in Atlanta.
That's terrible.
So every game we won is on the road. So
there you go.
But what you think, Dave? You think y'all
prediction, bro?
Yeah.
We're gonna look, man. Prior to the season, I thought that we were going to split this.
Prior to the season, all was well, bro. All was well prior to the season.
Yo, I can only imagine watching the tape from the beginning of the season. I had us split in the series because we haven't swept you guys since the 90s. It's been a long time since we swept you guys.
2013, actually, Dave.
Oh, right, we swept them in 2013?
Yeah, that was the last time. That was the point I was going to bring up. But yeah, 2013 was last
2013, so that's sooner than I thought. So I think we're going to do it again in 2021. And the fan base is going to be pissed. And I will say this. If we lose to you guys, the fire rule chants are going to be vicioso. They ain't gonna be interested in waiting to the end of the season to get ruled out of here, but they ain't gonna have much of a choice, and they might be disappointed. I think he's gonna be back for the third year, but I think we're gonna beat you guys. We're gonna go ahead and make this a sweep. I had us winning at home, so I think I think Cam will finally get his first win as a starter this season, and it'll be fitting against the Atlanta Falcons. Give me 21-13 Carolina.
Big Low, what you got, bro?
I think, it's tough, man, because the defense, they, like I said, they've been getting better, but they still not living up to the fans' expectations. And, Calvin really, he still ain't came back, and Julio Jones is gone, and Matt Ryan, he's been struggling. So, unfortunately, I'm going to say that the Falcons are going to beat the Panthers by 7 points. That's what I'm going to say.
Hey, you got to roll with your squad.
Look,
you got to roll with your squad.
Look, man, I can't be mad at that, bro.
So for me, let me go ahead and get mine out the way because Dave, you're right. We're terrible at this. Like I think I picked the Panthers.
Yo, if I go back and watch the tape,
12 and 0.
I have a losing record picking us.
Yeah, it's terrible, bro. It's awful. So that being said, I'm going with the reverse psychology, Dave. I'm rolling. I think the Falcons are going to win this game. I think they're going to win the game. I think they're going to win the game.
It's just going to be a tie, so neither one of us will be right.
Right. Wouldn't
that be a bitch?
Yeah,
like that would just put the icing on the cake for the season right there. We tie.
So I think the Falcons are going to win. I think the Falcons are going to win like 23-17, something like that. But in all honesty, bro, I really think the Panthers are in a bad place right now. And it can go one or two ways. Either we're going to win this game and get some sort of hope or some sort of light going into next, because we're done. Like we're packing it in. We're ready to go to next season. Look to the future. We're in draft mode.
No, we're
done.
No, we're not.
We're done.
We're not. We're 10th in the playoff. We're in the hunt. Hashtag
we're done.
in the hunt.
We're done here, and I feel like
the Panthers are hunting.
Yeah, no, we're being
Yeah, we're
hunted.
gonna be hunting for L's
No,
for
we're
losing you
being
guys. I'm gonna
hunted.
tell you that right now. We're gonna be hunting for L's.
Yep. And if we lose to the Falcons, bro, heads are going to roll. It's going to be a problem because it's a winnable game. It's at home, and we've been looking terrible the past couple games. It's been bad. The coaching's been bad. So we need this game. I think both teams need this game, right?
Nobody
We're
needs
all
this game,
tied. It's
fam.
the Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons, all tied for trash. We're tied to see who can be the trashiest. I'll use that word again.
In the hunt.
We're all trash. So everybody needs this W. Everybody needs this W. So it's important.
Dog,
But
nobody needs this W. Nobody needs this W more than Matt Rule, bro.
That's true.
Nobody needs this
That's
W
true.
more than Matt Rule.
That is true.
Matt Rule cannot afford. Look, Matt Rule just let go his offensive coordinator. There's already some folks who already think it was a scapegoat type of firing. If he comes out here and this team looks bad, Miami bad offensively, if there's no level of improvement from this team on the offensive side of the ball and we lose bad, fam, you're gonna run out of excuses. You can't fire your whole coaching staff.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this is his chance. Like, we're gonna see if he's that guy. Like, he ain't got no more excuses on the offensive side of the ball. So if he comes out and he calls a heck of a game, he's probably gonna be back next year.
I gotta see it to believe it, Big Low. I gotta see it to believe it.
Well, at least Jeff Nixon's got offensive coordinator experience, even if it is at the college level. So we'll see. I mean,
that's one better than what we had. At least he's got OC.
Yeah,
OC
I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued to see how Jeff Nixon calls this game. I'll be honest. I'll be intrigued. I'm fascinated to see how this improves because Rule said part of the reason why he tried to bring in Joe Brady because he wanted to get somebody and get out of his comfort zone when it comes to, the coaching staff, and that's what he did. And he isn't going to say it failed, but the statistics say it did. And it's not all Joe Brady's fault. Let me be clear. I mean, it's kind of hard to coach with those quarterbacks and the offensive line too. I mean, he only had Cam for 3 games.
That's true.
So it's like,
true. I mean, it's tough. That's tough. I mean, I think the Falcons are going to win this. And y'all know I'm transparent, but it is an away game, and I guess the strip clubs just aren't as good in all these cities that we've had these away games at. But it's just one of those situations where I think that we're going to come a little bit more focused, and I just got a feeling we're going to get that W this time.
I agree. It's a great point. We suck at home. You guys are good on the road. I'm rolling with the Falcons too. A little bit of reverse psychology though.
Bro,
I'm hoping it goes the opposite way, but
I can't keep being wrong.
Rolling with the Falcons, dog.
I can't keep being wrong, can I? Like,
hey, I tried to tell y'all last time.
Man, real talk. I had us beating Philly. I had us beating Minnesota. I had us losing to Arizona. I had us beating Miami. I had us beating the Giants. I had us beating son. I had us. The only ones I got right were the first 3 games. No, I had us losing to the Saints. Like, this dog.
It's terrible.
It's bad.
Bro, the last time I came on, I kept trying to tell y'all, and people hit me up. People like, man, y'all just all y'all just seem like y'all don't got any faith in y'all teams. I like, look, I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell them that they were gonna win, but y'all was like, man, nah, man, y'all gonna win. I like, look, y'all finna win this game, and we seen what happened. Y'all ran all over.
Yeah, so. I didn't think we were gonna win because it was in Atlanta. So, I mean, I didn't realize we'll be more of a road warrior team than a home team because we've been terrible at home, and we've had most of our pathetic games at home. The Patriots dominated us. Oh, I did pick the Pats. I did get that one right. But the rest of them joints, bad.
It's hard to bet against Bill.
So we got anything else, or do we want to close this thing down? Everybody good?
Miles are clear, man.
Any other topics we want to discuss?
I tell you what, I did want to ask y'all, as far as the matchup with our offense against your defense, I don't think we had a chance to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, like, what are your concerns as far as, or if you have any,
We
as
can't
far
stop
as
the run.
our offense against your defense?
We can't stop the run. We're not good at
Yeah.
stopping the run. I'm worried about Cordell Patterson. I'll keep it a buck. I'm worried about Cordell Patterson because Cordell he's been an all-purpose guy for you guys, and I think if you between him and Mike Davis even got off a little bit last week. Between him and Mike Davis, I'm concerned
Against the
because we
number one
haven't
run
been.
defense too.
Yeah, so I'm worried about that. It'll be interesting, and then it was going to be interesting too because Dante Jackson's out for the season. So now we're going to have C.J. Henderson playing corner, probably going to be most likely
which I
starting.
like, which I prefer actually. I like C.J. Henderson. I like A.J. Bouye. I like Stephon Gilmore. Those are guys I like. We
That's a
can
good
sustain a
secondary.
Dante Jackson injury. I'm cool.
Yeah, and I think if the secondary plays well against you guys on Sunday, I think a lot more people will be fine if Dante Jackson walks. Like I think so that'll be something to see too.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, I think just to answer your question, biggest concern is definitely stopping the run. Stop the run, and then kind of not get picked apart. I like to see our secondary step up, play a little bit more like real man-to-man coverage instead of giving all this cushion. I don't think you guys have anybody that can really tear us apart like that. I feel like Stephon Gilmore, you shadow Kyle Pitts again, remove him from the game like you did last time and make somebody else beat you. Man up on everybody and call it a day. I don't. It's easy said than done, right? I do have a lot more faith in our defense doing the job than our offense doing the job. But we got to get better stopping the run. That's priority number one. Y'all put up 121 against the number one rushing defense in the league. So, hey,
Well,
good luck to
well,
us.
I do want to let you know, that's one of those cases where that's one of those cases where the stat sheet kind of lies
Mm-hmm.
because I think 60 of those yards came on one play, and about 80 of those yards came on those first two drives. So we really couldn't run anymore after those
Okay.
first, because most coaches they have those play sheets, those scripted plays that they have those first two or three
Oh,
drives.
we know.
we
Yeah,
definitely know
after
we have
that,
to replace the entire game.
Yeah, our whole game is scripted, and if they don't work, then we just
When they don't
SOL.
work, they don't work.
Trust me, we know all
there's
about the
supposed to be
script
something to kind of you feel the
because
defense out, but they just go
no,
with it.
no, no, no. They stick to the
Nah,
script. If the script
they
don't
stick to
work,
the script.
then it is what it
If the
is.
process, what did rules say? If the process is right, then there's nothing wrong, even if it doesn't work.
Oh
I'm
God,
not completely
That's our
quoting
head
it, but he
coach.
said something
No,
to that effect.
that's about right. That's about right.
Yeah, he said something to that effect during the presser.
what?
Yes. Listen,
Yeah,
man,
that's rough.
he be out here
That's rough.
doing some crazy scriptures, man.
Well, basically, what I'm saying is that don't get fooled in that whole 120
Okay,
yards against that top defense.
it's good to know.
We're 27th in the league in rushing, so we only average like 80 something yards a game in rushing. So that game last week, that was a little bit of an apparition, unless things are changing. Unless we're on the uptick as far as the running game. But normally, Mike Davis, I know that's y'all boy and everything. You know, he he, I'm he can free himself. You know,
Let us
go
step. He let us
ahead and
step out the
free
door.
yourself.
Oh,
That's funny.
oh.
I like Mike
That's
Davis, man. He did work. He
hey,
did
well,
work here, bro. I
well, you
like
can
him.
take him back. You can take him back.
We could use him right now, man.
We could absolutely use him. McCaffrey's out for the season again, so
Hey, I like Chuba.
Yeah, Chew is nice.
Chuba's nice. I'm more concerned about I think you probably going to see more Mira Dula than Chuba, but
Yeah, probably.
so
But I mean, as far as like that concern that y'all had as far as stopping the run, I would tell you you might want to be a little bit more worried about the pass. If we can run, that would be a very unexpected surprise, and I would definitely take it. But you might want to worry a little bit more about the pass.
Yeah, I mean, I would be worried about we got dogs back there, bro. It's just about execution, and it's about our pass rush getting home. We cause a lot of pressures, but we can't quite get the quarterback down sometimes. So our guys up front got to do their jobs. To a lot of dudes on the back end do their jobs. Pause. But yeah, man, I really like I like the matchups, man. Again, Stephon Gilmore asked for Kyle Pitts last time. Let's get that matchup again. Remove him from the game. Eliminate him from the game. Allow somebody else to beat you, and let's roll with it. We'll see what happens, bro. But I agree. We've been getting carved up lately, especially moving the pocket, stuff like that. Again, if the script don't work, if the scheme, if the pressures that we draw up ain't working, we're not gonna adjust. We don't. This team does not adjust to anything. You could whatever you start out with, if it works, it's gonna probably work the rest of the game.
Man, that's rough. That's rough.
And that's why I think that's why it was such a good game against you. That's why we performed well, because whatever we did worked. And it continued. Most of the wins we have, it comes from a game plan working. Like we don't get into like battles. We don't exchange leads with people. Like once we get a lead, we got the lead and we keep it because our game plan worked. When it don't work, we get blown out and we get beat pretty good. So this is the story of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I understand.
So we're gonna find out early. We're gonna find out early which way this game gonna go. If we got success, then it might be a long day. But if not, and it becomes a little bit of a battle, then we're gonna lose.
I'm eager to see it, brother. I'm definitely eager to see it, man.
All right. So if that's it, man, Big Low, we on your channel. We streaming on your channel too. So I guess everybody knows where everybody can find each other. So if you do me a favor, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on both of these channels, Big Low Kuntry, at Panther Nation PC, Panther Nation Podcast. Hit the subscribe button. We trying to get to 15,000. So if you're a Falcon fan, you help your brothers out. We got a lot of content, draft content. We got fantasy content. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Before we close out, let's talk about one more thing, because we do have a great sponsor in Underdog Fantasy. And I'm going to check to see if we got any over-unders for this game already in here. And I want to get Mr. Big Low's thoughts on it.
That's
okay. We do.
Interesting segment.
We do. So, for those who don't know, Underdog Fantasy, you can do over-unders of passing yards. You can do over-unders on receptions, things of that sort. Some of it's fantasy-based. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money, and the only person you're competing with is yourself.
Facts.
You get 5 right, you win 20 times your money. Not a bad gig. And they brought back best ball for the wild card for the NFL playoffs. So if you got an idea who you think the 14 teams are going to make it in, you can get into a best ball draft and draft you a squad that goes throughout the playoffs through the Super Bowl. So if you Atlanta fans really think the Atlanta Falcons are going to make the playoffs, you could draft you an Atlanta squad and maybe they can do it. But go to underdogfantasy.com, and when you sign up, use the code PNP. It really would help out the channel. But Mr. Big Low Kuntry, Matt Ryan, 241 and a half passing yards, over or under?
Over.
Ooh. Look at you. Woo.
241 is a lot, big. Come on, Big Low.
All right. No, I got more. Cordell Patterson. These are the, by the way, just for folks that know, these are the numbers that are currently on Underdog Fantasy. So go to underdogfantasy.com and you can check them out yourself. They do change over time, because currently right now there are no Carolina players, probably because they're trying to figure out who's going to play what. Cordell Patterson, 80.5 rush and receiving yards total combined. So rushing yards and receiving yards, 80 and a half. Over or under?
Under.
Really? I think that would be an over.
I like the under on that personally.
Yeah.
Really?
I think I'm going to go under on that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you already said Matt Ryan's going to get over 241 and a half. So Kyle Pitts, over under 55 and a half yards.
Under.
Over.
Whatever it is, under. Big Low, you tripping, bro. I'm telling you, that Gilly Lock, that Gilly Lock is going to be all
you know what happened the last time, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, big mistake. You want 20X
all day.
Big Low.
Where can I sign up at so I can go ahead and put this over on this thing here? I got to make sure you use the PNP code. Everybody in the chat, y'all go on there now. Use the PNP code.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Big Low, right? Listen to him on that, but do not put in that bet. You will lose
some money.
You
don't put that slip in. Don't put that slip in. So, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up, use the code PNP. I believe they're still doing a deposit match too. So they'll deposit. I believe they're still matching up to $100. So if not, at a minimum, you'll get at least a $10. You'll get a $10 bonus. So go to underdogfantasy.com and use the code PNP when you sign up. It really helps out the channel. And although we just went over the Atlanta Falcons, there's other games in effect right now. We got the Thursday night game tomorrow, Pittsburgh and Minnesota. A lot of those are already there. You got some for Ben Roethlisberger, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Pat Freiermuth, and among others. And they don't just do NFL. They do NBA. They do hockey. They do college football. They do it all, man. So check out underdogfantasy.com. Use the code PNP when you sign up.
Save your overs for the dogs, man. Go dogs.
I hear you. See, that's why you're homeboy, man.
Hey, Big Low. I don't know if you know this about me, but I was born in Augusta. So like,
yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah, so like, fam, I'm a dog. Like, I got dog in me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but I'm a Florida State fan. Go no.
I feel Florida State. Okay.
Yeah, go no.
My best friend played at Florida State, won the national championship there, and I got a cousin that's playing there right now.
Who that? Yeah. Well, I won't put the business out there.
Oh yeah. We'll.
Don't put that out there like that.
There you go.
These people crazy, bro. These people crazy. But all right. Yeah, but all right. Real quick, I do want to say this. I think it's important. It's a very important point. In all seriousness, shout out to all the wives that allow their husbands to pod. Shout out to Coach Roney. Shout out to Dave's wife. I'm not gonna say what's going on, but shout out to Dave's wife. I just want to say that
it's her birthday today.
Dave is risking his life.
My bad, y'all.
You good?
Shout out to all the wives out there that allow their husbands to pod. My wife don't ever say nothing to me. Every time I come up here to pod, she don't say nothing. No questions asked. So I think that's important. And we must pay homage to all the wives that allow their husbands to pod. So that's it. That's all I had to say.
Thank y'all so much.
PSA. All right. So that being said, man, let's get up out of here. Make sure, again, like, subscribe, both channels. Big Low, his next goal is 3K. So let my man get up to 3K. If you're a Panthers fan, you a PNP fan, Big Low's a cool dude. Go over there. The link if you're on my channel, the link is in the description box. Click his link, hit the sub button for your boy, get him up to 3K.
Definitely. And everybody on the coaching staff, y'all make sure that y'all go to Panthers Nation Podcast. Y'all know we look at everything from a coach's perspective. So if we want to go get some inside intel like Bill Belichick, go over there to Panthers Nation Podcast and see what information that you can get.
Facts. I got to get on the staff.
Hey, you got to get on the staff, coach. You know, you got to make sure you get on the staff. We over here coaching good and we eating good, coach. So you know you make sure you come on the staff.
That's what's up. All right, so let's get up out of here, close this thing out, man. Make sure y'all again like all the channels. But we out. Peace out, folks.
Guys.